Thank you, Brenda. Banyo? I'm sorry, what? Banyo? A young lady was standing in front of me in the chaos of one of our first diaper distributions at the Worcester Area Mission Society. There were hundreds of people in line outside and dozens of people clamoring to the table with their number and the size of diapers they needed. We had a limit on baby wipes, 1 per family. We had hygiene bags on the other side of the room. And we had a check-in system that was imploding. Everyone was hot, tired, and some were very frustrated. But all were gracious. This young lady in front of me was, oh, so gracious. Gracious to calmly continue to repeat her request to me. Now, every 5-year-old in America knows that baño means bathroom. On that day, my brain was not working at a 5-year-old level. I was completely perplexed as to what she was saying to me. I could have used a tongue of fire on my head that day. The young lady finally crossed her legs and repeated her request. Baño? Oh! Dawn breaks on Marblehead. Have you ever heard that saying? I use it all the time. Dawn breaks on Marblehead. Finally, it cuts through my brain fog. I wish I could say that once I understood the request, I was able to help her. However, language barriers are only one type of barrier people fight through in the chaos of this world. This young lady and I were simply in very different places that morning. And I had to tell her, no, we don't have bathrooms available. You see, we had decided not to allow people to go to other parts of the building during the distribution. We didn't trust people. In that moment, that young lady and I were in very different places. There were too many barriers between us for us to navigate. I wish I had tried harder. In the months to come, we would rectify the bathroom access issue. But on that morning, we failed this young lady. She was treated less than. Her simple human needs not met in the chaos. I don't know when she got to go to the bathroom. Her face simply melted back into the large crowd, and my life moved on. That day was not a day of the Spirit. It was not a moment of God's love breaking through. Pentecost, the day of the Spirit, the day the Spirit came and touched the disciples, had one and only one purpose, according to Pastor Fran. Just going to put that out there, according to Pastor Fran. One purpose, to break down the barriers and allow strong, intimate relationships among many people, many different people in Jerusalem that day. Strong relationships that would witness God's love in the world, God's calling. Are not all these who are speaking Galileans? And how is it that we hear each of us in our own native language? As the Spirit came down, all could understand each other's words. That's a miracle. That's a sign of God is with us. And that is not the whole story. It's just the beginning of breaking down the barriers and building relationships, seeing the humanity of each other. Peter saw what was happening. Some wanted to dismiss the miracle. Foreigners can't talk to each other across language and culture. We'll never understand each other. You have to be drunk on wine to think that we can connect across the world. Peter saw it differently. He saw this as just a glimpse of what God could do. He knew this was the gift from God he had been waiting for. This was the new path after Jesus' death. The new path was community, a wider community than he had ever imagined. Your young people will see visions. Your old people will dream dreams. This is the way forward, to break down the barriers, to come closer, to dream dreams together. God is breaking through by breaking down the barriers. God is with us. So, on this day of Pentecost, do we understand our call to break down barriers and to be in relationship? Are we prepared for the uncomfortable moments of not understanding? Those moments of grace and forgiveness as we learn to understand each other. Are we open to every person in our lives, open to them from our hearts? And as the world gets smaller and smaller, do we see every human being on this earth as equal, equally human, equally the image of God? What are the actions we can take to understand someone else? To truly understand their life circumstance, their visions, their dreams? It seems like an impossible task with 7 billion people in the world. And we are not alone. God is with us. Each connection involves the very essence of God. Each time we open our hearts to each other to better understand, we are receiving the love of God. We are answering the call of Pentecost. There is an urgency to God's call. Pentecost is not simply the beginning of a faith community, the beginning of Christianity. It is the answer. Y'all, I promise you this. It is the answer to the suffering of this world. Our living together, all as equal images of God, would mean the end of war, the end of poverty, the end of violence, the end of fear, the end of suffering. The possibilities are beyond our imagination. And yes, I hear you. The work seems just too much, too unbelievable, too vulnerable. There are still so many who doubt. Y'all must be drunk on new wine. And every step makes a difference. Every time we break through our bubble of life and listen and love and try to understand each other makes a difference. This is what I pray for on a daily basis. I pray for God's strength, wisdom to help me to open up. Open up. I pray that my fears and bias can be conquered. And I pray to see visions and dream dreams. The Spirit is always there calling. The lives we can share are always in front of us. The possibilities are endless. May your prayers be filled with visions and dreams, my friends. Visions and dreams. Amen.